Hello YouTube makeup lovers. So today I wanted to do a quick review and show you some swatches of the new Urban Decay. This is the Gwen Stefani palette, and I got this palette as soon as it came out on the Urban Decay website. So I've already had it for a little bit and I have been using it a lot. These are the shades of the palette and it is a very beautiful palette. So I wanted to do a quick review of it, of what I personally think about the palette, show you some swatches. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. So first and foremost, the palette is a limited edition palette and it costs $58. I got mine on the Urban Decay website just because I wanted to buy it the day that it got released, but they also have it available at Sephora. The palette contains 15 eyeshadows and it has a nice mix of finishes. Some of them are more matte, others have a little bit more frost in them. The majority of the eyeshadows, I would say, are definitely neutral shades. As you can see, it really only has three little different pops of color here at the bottom. This pink, this blue, and this kind of like goldy yellowy tone, which is kind of like a neutral to me, but it is just a little bit different than all the other ones. Out of the 15 shadows, 12 of these are brand new shades that have never before been seen. And I think first I have to say the packaging is awesome. It's just very cool packaging, very Gwen Stefani, and I love it. I just really love the way it looks. I have to say that when I first got it, I thought it was gonna be bigger, but it's actually smaller. You know, it's smaller than I thought it would be. You know what I mean? Let me show you the Vice palette. The last Vice palette is this one. And as you can see, it is a lot smaller than the latest Vice palette that Urban Decay released. So it is smaller. I kind of had a feeling based on the pictures that it was going to be kind of like the Vice palettes, but it's not. But it's very cute, and I just really like it. It has a big mirror, and it says in the little right hand corner on the bottom, "Magic's in the makeup." But the packaging is gorgeous. I mean, I love it. That's the back of it. Very cool, very Gwen Stefani like. So what I'm going to do first is just show you some swatches of the shadows. I'm going to go row by row. I'm going to start off with the first row right here. So here you see the first 5 colors. This one right here is Blonde, Bathwater, Skimp, Steady, and Punk. This is row number 2. The very first one is Baby. Here is Anaheim, Stark, Zone, and Sirius. And here is the last row. The very first color is Pop. This pink is Harajuku, Danger, 1987, and Blackout. So those were the swatches, and I do have to say that I do love the majority of the shadows in this palette. So I kind of want to go through them row by row and just kind of show you the ones that I love the most. Oh, also, I didn't show you guys the box that it came in. This is the adorable box that the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette came in. That is a front, and this is what the back looks like. It is just such a beautiful box. I love the whole gold and white. So let's get started with the shadows. For the first row, the one that I really like a lot is Bathwater. Bathwater I really liked to use as a brow bone highlight. For the inner corner, I have to say that it didn't do all that much. I still think Max Nylon does a lot better than any of the shadows that are meant for highlight in this palette. So that is just definitely one that I just have never found a shadow that can compare to the Max Nylon. But the Bathwater I really did like as a brow highlight. Really love it. Very subtle. It's just perfect. Steady is an excellent color to place on your lid as a full lid color. Been loving that. Been wearing that one a lot. And Punk, this dark one right here, I really like. I have it in my outer corner just to add a little bit of a more defined type of look. Baby on the second row, absolutely love. It's what I'm wearing today on my lid. It's like kind of like a champagne pink color. Absolutely love it. And really been loving these 3 right here in the middle, Anaheim, Stark, and Zone, especially Anaheim and Zone. They are excellent colors for the crease. Love those. Pop right over here, I didn't like that one all that much. Definitely prefer Steady and Baby, these two, Steady and Baby, these two for the lid. Pop, I just didn't like it. It just feels like a little chunky color. Really disappointed me, that pop color. When I saw it, I was like, oh, maybe I'll love it, but no, it has like that more rough feeling of a shadow. It doesn't feel smooth and buttery like the other ones do. Love these three right here with the pops of color, the pink and the blue. Excited to do something with those colors. And this 1987 one, it's kind of like a goldy color. I'm really excited about that one and maybe doing something on the lid with that one. It's just like a very different gold color. And Blackout, I feel like Blackout is a permanent shade from Urban Decay, and I do not own it, so I've heard really great things about it, and it really is a very black shade. So I'm excited that that one came in this palette. So those are pretty much the ones that like kind of caught my attention that I have been using today. Like I said, what I have is the Baby on the lid. I have Anaheim and Zone on the crease, and then a little pop of Punk on the outer corner, and the Bathwater as a lid highlight. I also put it in the inner corner, but it didn't really do all that much. But it's a really beautiful palette and cool packaging, like I said. But as always, Urban Decay has really great quality eyeshadows, and I truly happy that I bought this palette. Something I really love about this palette is that I definitely believe that I can create full looks with this palette without having to really reach for anything else. So I really love that, and the fact that they have the mix of the finishes really helps out with that. Some of the shadows, I do feel that they have a lot of fallout, but they were, you know, the fallout was kind of on the palette when I put my brush through the shadow, but then when I applied it to my lid, it was pretty much okay. So it wasn't all that bad. So I just noticed that this got dirty a lot with a lot of fallout, but then it worked out fine when I pretty much applied it to my lid. It didn't get all sloppy. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm really loving it. I do recommend it if you want to add something fun to your collection. It's a great palette, and I really think that the shadows, as Urban Decay, you know, usually does, they really do a great job with the palettes, and they're just such great quality eyeshadows. These had a really excellent color payoff, except for a couple of those colors. I have to say the majority, since I love the majority, then I think it's definitely a palette that is worth it. There really is about 2 or 3 shades just that I didn't love all that much. But I mean, usually when I like the majority of the palette, then we're all good, and I definitely recommend it. That being said, I do have to say, even though I'm loving the palette, I'm excited to be using it now, especially in the holidays, to try something new, and I think it's really pretty to give as a gift. This is definitely something that my sister would absolutely love, just because it's kind of like a different, more cool type of packaging. But it's not going to be a palette that is going to become a holy grail product for me. And like if you ask me to recommend like one palette for you to purchase, it probably wouldn't be this one. So that is pretty much it. I really hope that you guys found this video helpful and that you try out Urban Decay's Gwen Stefani palette. And as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching B Lounge Makeup. Bye.